Hi, my name is Sarvesh and you are watching D365 Notes. Today, the agenda of this video is to cover about the allocation journal. I will cover about the different allocation method in this video. So in my previous videos, I have covered about fixed percentage. But in this video, I will be covering about the basis. So that will be very interesting. Fixed percentage is based on percentage. We can allocate our amount, but in basis, it will be slightly different and it will be more interesting in the system. So let's see what is the basis allocation method. So in here in Microsoft document, what is mentioned? So this is the method. Let's see. Basis. This variable method is used when the allocation depends on actual ledger balance. Based on filter criteria, for example, advertising expenses can be allocated based on each department's sales in proportion to total departmental sales. Means the amount will be allocated based on the earnings they have made or balances they have in the system. So let's see how the setup work and let's get started. So in this video I will be covering about the setup part. In next video we will be covering about the process part and we will see the example and how it works. Okay, so let's start. So in fixed percentage I have covered the ledger allocation rule, but in that we don't have to, in fixed percentage we don't have to define anything apart from this. We can define and we can define source and destination, but for this basis we have to define the ledger allocation basis. Okay, so for that you have to go to general ledger allocation and ledger allocation basis. So once you click on that, system will redirect you to this form. Here you have to create your basis ID. Okay, so here you have to define your main accounts and financial dimension from which it should be allocated to your salary accounts and salary departments and expenses accounts. So I will show you here. Once it is created, you have to define your source. So for example, this is my source from my sales proportion will be calculated to allocate on specific destination main account. So here I have defined this sales account. I will show you sales account, product sales account, as well as with business unit. Similarly, I will go back, it is 01 and I have defined the description sales 02. So if I click on source, you will see here the source as well. Okay, so same account, but business unit will be changing. Now once this is defined, this is very crucial in this, so that this will be used in destination. Okay, so if you don't understand the destination, we will see in the system. So once this allocation basis is defined, what is the use of allocation basis? For example, it is a source for your allocation from these main accounts and business units. It will allocate to your destination business unit and destination main accounts. Okay, so just keep this thing in mind. Now let's define the allocation rule. So for allocation rule, you have to go to general ledger allocation and ledger allocation rules. Okay, once you come to here, you can, I have already created, so you will see this as 001 basis allocation amount. So let's see. So once I click on journal, you will see my method, allocation method is basis, journal name is allocation and description is allocation. It will be same. Now my source will be ledger only this time and my date interval will be current month. Okay, so here also I have defined in the ledger allocation basis, I have defined current month only. Okay, so we will calculate based on current month. Once it is defined, we have to define our source. Source will remain same. So our source for allocation basis will be different, but amount source where this amount will be coming and destination, they are still the same as fixed percentage. So this is the source from where my salary will be coming. Okay, so if you see, this is salary account, salary and wages expenses, and this is business unit management consulting, and it will be allocated on my destination. So once it is defined over here, I can define my destination. In my destination, what I will do, I will click on new button and select the basis ID. So I have selected my first ID. Let me go back 01 and define my destination, account and business unit, financial dimension. So first is defined. Now let's define second. So here similarly basis ID, you have to select the basis ID and select the to account and to financial dimension. This is the setup part of ledger allocation method basis. So in next video I will be covering about process part. So that's it for today. I will see you in the next one.